Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194, and appreciate you taking the time out of your day to stop in and visit, check out my video. And we're here in ACC in the US competition server here at Paul Ricard, and I'm in the Ferrari EVO. Been too long since I've been driving this.
Stay double file.
Of course, I'm very rusty. Got Sawyer right there, starting in front of me. Not in front of me, but kitty corner. Didn't qualify where the, you know what. Just was off for some reason. Just a few little things, I guess, was off. So we'll see what we can do. Benitez is in here in the BMW. A smaller field. I don't know, they got two servers going, but they can always do the first servers smaller. I wish they would have combined them so you'd have one bigger field. But I don't know. They do AC, you know, they do that a lot. So we'll see how the start goes.
Green light, go, go, go. Car on the right, clear on the right. Car on the right, clear on the right.
No pit stop, so that's going to be a challenge. Dang.
On the right, clear on the right.
That hurt.
Car on the right, clear on the right.
Not a good first lap.
Car on the left, clear on the left. Car on the left, clear on the left. Car on the left.
Good grief.
Clear on the left.
These guys go. They're going to end up crashing me. Dead last. I'm going to start tripping over everybody. You know, they passed me, and then I got to sit there and basically let off the gas and wait. And I tell you, race is going not the way I wanted it to go.
Slow car ahead. Yellow flag, be careful. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on left. Clear on the left.
Get some heat in my tires so I could actually start sticking. Boy, everybody gets a good run through there. I'm just sucking it through there.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Why's everybody going so dang wide? Sawyer's in the
Get
pits.
the car heading sector 2. Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Must have wrecked or had some kind of problem. I just missed that.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
That was bad. That was bad. Left rear is like smoking hot now.
car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, a little too slidey.
Well done, mate. The fastest step so far.
Yeah, I'll have to go over this setup at the end. It's definitely not where it needs to be. I was running way better than this in practice, but you know, I mean, now I'm fighting it out with everybody and can't get in any kind of rhythm at all, so maybe I can just pick it up a little bit. Really slick over here for some reason. I don't know why, but it doesn't usually feel this slick. That's better.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Yeah, I did a race last night, Barcelona, in the competition server, and just stunk it up. So that was nice to see Sir Williams. He was back racing last night, and Antonio was there. It was a shame. I just couldn't. It wasn't worth the spit, pretty much. Car was not too good, and I was in the Audi. What the heck? I tell you. Hand hits my button on the map, and it's turning my map to 12. Oh, that was a bad lap. Let's see if we can recover and do better this time. It's way too deep.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
I gotta do better than this.
Gaining on the car ahead is sector 3.
Just need to be smooth. Actually, turn it down a little bit. You know, on me, I'm talking about. I'm just pushing too hard. Overdriving. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't do good yesterday, and been working a ton, and my arms and my right hand has been really kind of bothering me, so that didn't help either. Nothing great, but I need to keep plugging away at that. Like I said, I was running a lot better in practice, but I don't know. I need to. I've changed a few things. I'm trying to, you know, chase it and obviously I'm not hitting it. So got two BMWs in front of me. If I can catch him or not. I'm closing in on him some, so. said, I just need to keep trying to knock them out and be consistent, not have a decent lap and then a total tanker. So
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 1. We are at the halfway mark, still a way to go.
front tires are already hot. It's keeping the same pace, so that's good. Dropping off some. I mean, I'm dropping off here, what, 3/10? But still, I mean, I definitely was running a lot quicker than this in practice. So something isn't right, but just gotta deal with it. If he behaves in here, he's down there in 8th. Yeah, I didn't gain as much that time. At least I'm gaining. Catching him slowly. I mean, really, for me to get up there, they need to make a mistake. I don't know if I got enough time to catch him or not, especially just a couple tenths or. Like 3/10. Keep pushing. I'm going to have to keep pushing hard on these tires because it's the only way I can have a chance at even catching them. That time. better. It's gonna be close. I'm running out of time. And tire. Both. Not a good lap.
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 2.
Yeah, that was not a good lap there. I'm just burning off my tires. Yeah, I think my tires are going to give up. Yeah, just no grip. Not in the front anyway. Rear's not real bad, but I think I pretty much just got to this point. Now I'm just stuck here. I said if he could make a little mistake, I could probably get a hold of him, but tenth of a second. I'm gonna catch him that way. Come on. Dang it. Not doing so bad in this first sector, but through here I'm just crapping out. I'm just sucking. Got no grip in the front. There's just nothing. This is just gone. Same times. I've actually went slower. Tires are over too hot. At least the fronts are.
ahead except one.
Yeah, just got to settle for this. Come back to 5th place after almost going all the way back to last. That's okay, just have to finish, and better than yesterday, that's for sure. Ferrari's a lot better than this, that's for sure. That's just me. Just gotta find out what's going on. Yeah, you can tell the front's got absolutely no grip at all. Bring it home. Perfect on the fuel. Thank you, Joe Blow. Yeah, just such a bad start in the beginning. I mean, it's such an awful start.
Neither of us finished the race.
And then just getting caught up in all these different fights, you know, battling it out, and it just ends up, you end up dropping a bunch. But I'll make the Ferrari better.
Alright, checkered flag. Good job. You did the best you could. I'll bring the car back.
Yeah, I'll make it better. Just off right now. That's all. Oh, not many people left. This place will definitely wear you out. It's like anything, and you're pushing hard. Ooh, it's my workout. But I'll go over the data, and of course we'll go over the data and check out the setup and see what we can find out. Alrighty, well, I'm back, and definitely did a lot of testing and tuning on it. Probably, let's see, this round here about an hour and 20 minutes. And it's not the only one, so probably about a couple hours. Did a lot of changes, I guess. I guess you could say there's a lot of changes, and I think it helped it. So let's look at a couple laps. Let me give you all a lot of options also. Options that you can do to try to adjust it to how you want it. I have 77 liters in it right now. See, my fast is a 155.66. I think this is like the second lap or something, or third. The out lap, and I think it's like the second time lap, but the third lap overall. Got great speed down the straightaway. I think I went one click less on the wing. .174, so it's very good down the straightaway. Little slide, but didn't even leave a mark. Just a teeny slide. Torsen will get behind the car so you can see some of my braking zones. That was my fast lap at a 155.61. Cut it there. Try not to hit that curb there too much. So again, it has a lot of fuel on it. Be careful into here. And this curb on the left, that's as much as you want to touch it. Again, some of these curbs are pretty brutal. They don't look it, but again, you want to try to stay out wide and then bring it back. Don't pull it back in because the car won't like it. So let the car keep the speed up, and if you have to let it drift a little wide, and then just bring it back. Another 174, all of that. That's just about right. You don't want to go in there too hot. It just doesn't, you end up better off trying to concentrate on the middle of the corner and coming off. Don't try to drive it in real hard. Unless you're going straight. If you're going straight, it's not too bad. I slid a teeny bit there, got a little too aggressive with the throttle. That was a 155.89. So again, I think it was solid. I mean, a lot faster than I even qualified at. I didn't qualify too good, I don't think. If I remember right, I didn't qualify too good. So again, I mean, that's with all that fuel. I mean, it should be able to. And these are mid-20s temperature. I think it was 24 and 26, 24 air, 26 track. So it's not like it's cold or anything. So again, if you were at nighttime or you had like teens or something, yeah, you should be able to run some low 55s with this, maybe into 54s if you really can nail every corner. So again, it's there. So let's go ahead and go over the setup. All right, I had a little technical error with my recording, so I decided to kind of do it a little bit different. Come back to the track and do it this way. So we'll go over the setup, like I said. So here's the setup. Now, we're going to go over the tire pressures first. 24.2 left front, 25.6 left rear, 25.5 right front, and 26.3 right rear. Now, I have the brake ducts at 2. It really works out well, keeps the speed, keeps the heat and everything, but this mid-20s is about as hot as you want to go. If it gets any hotter than 23 to 25 degrees, you need to probably open up the brake duct, at least the number 1 to a 3. So just keep that in mind, again, because it starts to get maybe a little bit too warm on the tires. And you just can't correct it with pressures because it'll just keep building and building and building until pretty much you're over. This is pretty much about the limit. So just keep that in mind again. The toe is negative 0.02 on the front with the camber at negative 3.7 on the left front, negative 3.5 on the right. 14 is the caster. Toe on the rear is a positive 0.05 with the camber at negative 3.2 on the left rear, negative 3 on the right rear. Here, everything is pretty solid. I don't think there's really too much adjustments. If you want to take some of the rotation out of the car, you can knock the positive toe down to like positive 2. That's something if you're just trying to make a small adjustment. Maybe the back end is a little bit too happy or rotates a little bit too much. You can do that, and you just want some small adjustment that's not going to affect the aero. You could try that. Electronics, we got 4, 4, and 4. 4, 4, 4. I did that because this place, obviously one of the things great about the 488, the Ferrari, is, the electronics are really, really good. So it doesn't really hamper the car. Use it to your advantage. I don't really think you will gain anything because the car is such a beast, and with the map 1, you really you're trying to find that happy medium. Now, saying that, the real fast guys, which I'm not in the Ferrari for sure, I'm not anyway, but I mean the really fast, fast guys, especially in the Ferrari, is basically they know how to strategize, and this is why this is most the longest I'm on this electronics, so please bear with me. They can judge the fuel and have the fuel just right where they can probably run a little less fuel. And that takes practice, because what you can do is you can run map 1, and then down the road you can go to map 3, and that will conserve fuel, and it brings some of the throttle response down. And I did a lap or 2 in the end. I did like 12 laps, so I did I burned over half the fuel. I went from 84 liters down to 40 something, so I burned on pretty much close to a half a tank. And at the last lap or 2, I went to change the map to 3. Now, it slows down, so there's no question. The speed down the straightaway is the same. I really didn't see any difference. It's within a mile an hour or less. So it's the same speed, but it just doesn't have the throttle response going through the corners and things like that. So you lose a little bit of time, but it saves on fuel. So a lot of the fast guys, they can judge that and keep the fuel to where maybe it's barely enough, or maybe not enough, and then they can switch it to map 3 to save fuel near the end when the tires are worn anyway. So again, but that takes a lot of practice with the car, but it's a nice option to have, and it does make the car more drivable also. So if you are in slick conditions and you need maybe the track's green or whatever, if you want to put it back to 3 to kind of wait for the track to come in, you can do that, and it'll save fuel and save tires. So that's something to keep as an option. Of course, I had 84 liters. Tire wear was about normal. I mean, I always want better tire wear. It wasn't terrible, but there was graining on the front. But that's about normal here at Paul Ricard. Mechanical, got 32 on the front, 56 on the rear with a 12 steering ratio. The front springs are 138,600 with a bump stop rate of 500 and a bump stop range of 3 on the left front and 6 on the right front. And then on the rear, the springs are 141,000 with a bump stop rate of 500 and a bump stop range of 16 on the left rear and 28 on the right rear. Anti-roll bar is 10 and the preload on the diff is 120. Now I'm sure there's a little bit more time here for sure. You do not want to go down on the brake bias until later in the fuel stint because it just makes the rear end too unhappy. And again, you really don't want to use it as like braking, diving in. You rather brake a little bit straighter and let the car carry the speed through the corner and then concentrate middle and off. That's the way the Ferrari likes. It doesn't like to be driven in hard like a Porsche, something like that. So again, I would do that. Concentrate, on that part of the aspect of the car. Springs, these are on the race. I had it at 151,000. So again, I didn't like that because near the end, the tires were just completely destroyed on the front, and I mean, it literally was just massive understeer. So I pushed it down one click, and it does help a lot. You can just feel it. It doesn't, it feels like it's got a lot more grip in the front than it did. So again, I just think it's better that way. If you want, you can click, you can go up one, but I just don't see the advantage. And of course, then I run my bump stops just a little bit tighter, and to do that to take the bumps, but to help the soft spring out. And it's not really soft, but it's just on the side. It's right in the middle. Now the springs on the rear are 141,000. And the bump stop, like I said, it already said all that, but with the springs on the rear, that was the same. I didn't go any different on these springs. They were the same springs in the race. So, again, to change those, I mean, you can always change something to be different. You can maybe go up one more to the rear to see if it'll help rotate the car. So that's an option, but the bad thing is it might make the car too stiff. So again, that's something you can try though, if you would like. If you don't think it rotates enough, you could go up one click and try that. And that way it doesn't really change the balance of the car too dramatically. And of course, do that to both sides. The anti-roll, like I said, with the anti-roll bar 10 and the preload at 120, this is the only thing I really didn't do a lot of experimenting with. I did with the anti-roll bar some, but then I turned it back down because the back end was a little bit too slidey. You could maybe give it some more diff and more anti-roll bar to see if it would help the car going through the middle of the corner and things like that, to get traction and to, pretty much get the diff to lock up. That's something you could go like to 140 or 150 and maybe go to 15 on the diff on the anti-roll bar. But that's, again, I found this is a decent balance. So shocks on the front are 2145 and on the rear they're 1143. So again, used Motec a lot to go over that. I'm not sure if we'll bring it up if I can. Because again, I'm not in this session, but yeah, we'll see if we can bring it up. There we go. You can see all the laps I did. And this is just the one session. And at the end, I did, like I said, a lot. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 laps. And of course, at the end, I was trying some different things, and I had map 3. But, it was running solid low 56s. I did make some adjustments to this. So this is, I made a couple clicks here, a couple clicks there. Nothing major. But you can see, they're like, it's right around 50 to 51. This is 50.4. That's 48.8. So again, I made a little adjustment to increase that. That's 51. So I went down a little bit there. But you can see they're not bad. They're close. And of course, I made some adjustments on top of this, so they should be even closer. So again, just wanted to show you that. And then the aero. We've got 59 in the front, 60 in the rear with a 3 wing and a 2 in the brake ducts. And the front aero variation is a 2.0 to the positive. Now, again, just a reminder, if it's anything hotter than mid-20s, don't look at this. This is just what I started with because I was in it so long. It was actually 20 23 or 4 and 26. So again, anything hotter than that, and I would go a click up there. The rear is probably not so bad. You can probably manage that with pressures, but the front, you're going to be, it's just not going to hold it. So you probably have to go up 1. So just keep that in mind. But I'm trying to, in the future, on all my setups, to keep the brake ducts really, really minimal to try to help, 1, with keeping the heat in the brakes, and 2, maybe trying to keep the tires a little bit more consistent as far as the temps, or the pressures, I should say. And also, it does help a teeny bit with the speed in the front, especially here. Now, other tracks, it wouldn't make that big a difference, but, Monza and Paul Ricard, probably 2 biggest places where it does make a difference. You could lose a mile an hour if you're too aggressive with the brake ducts, a mile an hour or so. So, and I don't want to give that away because I work hard to get every bit of it. Now, here in the race, I actually had this at a 4 wing. So I actually have gone down 1. And so, again, if the car rotates too much for you, just click a wing. Just go up 1 in the wing, and it will definitely slow it down. Now, you will probably slow down a little bit on the speed down the straightaway. You'll probably go down to, a mile an hour maybe. So you'll probably run 172, 173. So between 1 and 1.5 miles an hour, you'll lose. But this is what I had in the race. So I had this in the race, and it wasn't terrible. So, I mean, and you still, if you're drafting, you're going to fly. But this will give you some more stability. And a matter of fact, if you do that, you can probably get a little bit more aggressive with other things, like with the sway bar, or maybe with the spring in the rear, something like that. You can be a little bit more aggressive with it. Because you have more wing in the back to get the car to rotate, so you can do that. But again, you might lose a little bit down the straightaway. So again, it's how do you want to attack Paul Ricard? Do you want to attack the corners and the braking zones? Because again, you could do that too. I mean, you could probably be a little more aggressive with the brake bias. But if a lot of people, definitely the straightaway is the fastest part. So, I mean, I'm trying to find the balance between speed, which this has definitely got it, and it still handles. I mean, it still handles good, in my opinion. But, I mean, maybe your circumstance with the track is green, or maybe you have some different weather, or it's an endurance race. Maybe you're racing and it's a long race. Maybe it's a couple-hour race, and, it's, tough to hang on for that long. You might want to go more of a conservative route so you can just be there every lap and attack the corners a little bit more. And maybe you're losing a mile an hour or so down the straightaway, but it's more for the endurance part. You might want to go up. That might be a good idea to go up to a 4. So again, that's I'm just giving you the options to what you think you can do. Now, I did try a 2, and you can try that. So I would maybe do that for qualifying. But it's kind of hard to hang on. The back end really wants to get nervous. And again, you see it's up to 2.5 now. So again, you can maybe do that for a qualifying run. Just go down to 2, but just be ready to hang on. And also you might want to dial the brake bias up 1 or 2 doing that. You might want to go up to a 57 at least, something like, just start at like a 57, because the back end's going to want to come around pretty quick on you. So again, those are just my suggestions. I'm trying to give as many suggestions as I can so you can try to help it make it fit you how you want it. Again, if you have any comments, please comment. I love hearing from all my sim racing friends, and I try to help if you have a question or something you'd like to do to make it do a certain thing. But again, there's a lot of variations where you can tweak it here and there to make it a little bit better for you. And that's what I'm trying to do, is get a setup that works, but maybe you just got to tweak it a little to make it the way you want it. I mean, at least that's what I'm trying to do anyway. So I hope, I hope you liked the video, enjoyed the race. I thought it was, a good race. And I sure hope you give me a like and subscribe, and I hope you come back really soon. Y'all take care.